Hello, welcome back. We have been on a quiet journey together. We felt the weight of the words that should never been spoken over, maybe to us or to who you want to become. In the last episodes, we began to remember the woman who was really lost. But to me, I couldn't say that she was lost. A woman who was just disconnected, ready to be found. And in today's episode, this is where we are going to stop waiting. Sometimes to be ready, maybe sometimes to wait for a pain to pass by. Taking you back in my morning life, which changed all the perspective of how I started to become the person I want to become. Time was my strategy. Time was my tool. This is something you can decide differently. I know you might say, I have lost much time. But one thing I can tell you, you can redeem it back. Here is what I discovered on the other side of everything. I had been sleepwalking, not literally, but in every way that really mattered. I had been moving through my days in the kind of survival fog, getting through, managing to hold everything, to think I know, but on the other side, I was totally dormant. And then there was this day which I went quiet, kind of ordinary day for me, but shaken me. Something came up and I said, enough is enough. Stop sleeping in it. Get up for yourself, not for people who you think they are worthy of your life. That was the moment. That was my declarations. That's the time I stopped sleepwalking. And this is what really happened. It wasn't really magical, not even instant, but what I remember, it was real to me. A moment when I decided to see myself rebuilding without hoping just, but also with me doing the practical work of the life. Actually, I decided to sit, choose it, commit to it daily, strategically, with intention. I felt like being rebuilt. I'm not talking about being someone new, and I talked it about last week's episode. But here I'm talking about the version of me that had been waiting underneath all the grief, the unforgiveness, the silence, the moments where I used to perform. And then I started to be honest with myself in a way I have been avoiding. Honesty is a kind of thing which breaks whatever it has been hindering you. Without you having an audience, just you with God, and sometimes looking yourself into a mirror to see the truth of who you are supposed to be. I started to believe in myself again, but it wasn't a quick moment. It started gradually, step by step, in a different private daily moments of life, in the choices I had made, in the boundaries I had begun to hold, in the moments I had started to catch myself slinking and choose to take space instead. I started even to celebrate myself. However small it was, it holded my peace. It brought to me encouragements. It brought to me this greatness and helped me to stand over. Just acknowledging what I did, showing up for every single time. I celebrated every single moment. I found even my trusted voice back, the person I could be fully honest with. Here I'm not talking about fixing. I'm talking about the something which I needed in that time. And this is where, and this built what I call the becoming her again. And when you become her again, eventually you start to build yourself to become your best version in life. This is how you claim yourself. It is not something you do it in a big moments. It's something which comes slowly, moments of life, till it combines to bring someone to become that person you want to see. There is a woman that always keeps me returning to every single moment. Remember, this is a process. At some point, you will reach your time when you don't feel yourself anymore. But remember, it's a process. You have to remind yourself, and this is where I bring the story. This woman captured something about the moment of waking up. And this is a woman who had been bent for over 18 years. Do you know what it means to be 18? When I talk about 18, it's almost at teens age times. She could not straighten up. He couldn't even lift her head. Could not see anything but the ground underneath her feet. The scripture says a spirit had crippled her. I think about what that must have done to her identity, because identity is all what it means to be who you truly are. 18 years of looking down, 18 years of a body that would not even let her stand fully upright. 18 years of seeing the world from a diminishing opportunity, diminishing position, the other side of a faked life, because that's what the world wants us to see. And then here comes a day. She was in a cycle. She was not there demanding healing, just like someone going for a visit somewhere. She was not even pushing to the front life. She was just there, present, faithful, and showing up. This is where the time came and Jesus saw her. Let's read it. When Jesus saw her, she called her forward and said to her, "Woman, you are set free from your infirmity." Then he put his hand on her, and immediately she strengthened up and praised the Lord. Just sit and imagine that moment. Woman, you are set free. In the middle of seconds, in the front of everyone, immediately something happened. Immediately, without even a single moment. It only took her presence to be there to get such an amazing thing. She strengthened up. I want you to sit with this imagination, this picture of, for a moment, 18 years of being bent, and then the moment just a word came, she stood upright. She lifted her head. She saw the world from a full height again. This is not something small. This is what the declaration does. Just a declaration. It does not need you to wait, to hope only. The moment you say enough is enough, the moment you choose to strengthen up, something in you start to respond to the choices you are supposed to want, to the choices you are supposed to see, to the choices you have decided to put in place. You don't have to have been for 18 years for this to be your story. However, long you have been looking down, maybe 2 years, it could be 5 years, a decade of slinking and silencing, maybe performing. Then an invitation is the same. Strengthen up. Lift your head. You are set free. You are set free. So, I want to say something direct to you now. Just you listening to me. You have been through a lot. You have experienced moments of life. At some point, you're still in the midst of it. You're wondering, it's too heavy for you. You feel like you have no say about it. You even got tired and said, I think this is not my thing. Some days it feels this. Other days it's even worse. Even start to pretend to be something you're not are. To be fine before other people. To please other people, but you're killing your inner life, your inner world. I need you to hear this. I need you to hear it all your heart. Not just your head, but bring all the bones and the heart into this. You're not just good, my dear. You are not even just brave. You are this an extraordinary creature. Let it stick in you. You're a woman who can stand. You can do what needs to be done without fear running that show. Let's stop making fear to take our place without even the background noise of other people's opinion drowning out your own voice. I'm not saying it because someone told you so, or someone told me to tell you. I'm telling you because that's who you truly are. That's the real version of you. That knowing, that the deeper, unshakable, unknowing. That is you. Nobody gave it to you. Nobody can even take it from you. It was forged into the darkest moments, the hardest seasons of your life. In the silence, in the whispers, the mornings you said, you got up and everything changes. It only takes you to be present in this moment and see your life grows in life. Proverbs 31:25 reminds us, she is clothed with the strength and dignity. She laughs without fear of the future because she knows who she is walking into that future as. Put, she is clothed with the strength and dignity. It is not borrowed, neither performed. It is hers, wore like skin on you. That is the woman you are becoming. That is the woman you already are. In the moments where the most honest with yourself, wear it, move with it. Don't take it off for anyone. This is the key. All right. So I don't want you to leave you like this. I want to just give you something, some declaration to carry this week, which can help you on a journey. It could be a week, a month, even a year. But let yourself be reminded. I'll share a few of them and put at heart. One of it, use your time with strategy, not just to survive a day or maybe a week. In every moment of life, it could be the hardest moments of you, the times when you have lost or disconnected to the person you are supposed to be. Ask yourself a question before the day, before the moment. What is one thing I can do that is for me without anyone else around me? This only takes you to be honest, to be always present, to create a moment of your life, to see a uniqueness in you. For a woman I'm choosing to become. It does not have to be this big, but what I can recommend you, it has to be intention. With intention, it brings clarity. Time is not something you miss when you use it on purpose. It's valuable. Intention equals clarity. Secondly, speak a boundary you have been softening. I love boundaries. I've learned a lot from boundaries. It can sound selfish to some people, but that's not the problem. The problem is to allow everything to enter your territories and destroy you, instead of putting a boundary to protect it and build you. There is something you have been saying maybe. Always you say yes, yes, yes. You even have no to say to that thing. It is affecting your inner life. Maybe you know what it is. So start to practice a moment of no in you to reduce what does not matter in you. A boundary does not need a defense because it is a defense itself. It only needs to be spoken once and decide. It needs clarity, decision to protect the worth of a woman you are. And maybe sometimes before you say it to them, one thing I can tell you is that just to hear your own voice hold the line, just to feel what it is like to say the things without immediate softening. This is something a reclaim session can give you. A practical space, 60-minute, private, where you can find words, hear how they land, and remember that you do not owe anyone a justification for choosing yourself. If you want that space to be heard, if you want that space to give a hand, to receive a hand, just find the link in the description. Come and say the things you have been swallowing. Let's start freeing ourselves. See you there. Number 3, celebrate things you have been dismissing. You have been waiting for a finish line worth a celebration. But let me tell you something here. Celebration does not need a huge sum of moments of life. Even if it is as small as a mustard seed, it is enough for you. Celebrate the moments when you started over. Celebrate the moments when you said enough is enough. Say it loud. Speak to yourself, because every single victory you carry, every single victory you celebrate, it builds a confidence, a woman to take over the biggest and the largest space in your life. If that's you, let's walk together on this journey. Let's start to celebrate things which we think don't matter, but when they really matter, because they bring the beauty of who we are supposed to be. So, we started this season in the middle of heartbreak, in the middle of fear, in the middle of the life that had been built around someone else's story. Now we have walked episode by episode back towards the truth about ourselves, the truth that fear makes terrible decisions, the fear that performance is exhausting, maybe hollow, the truth that the woman you were looking for was never actually gone. And today, the truth is that waking up is a choice, which is strategic, intention, delicately, and most important, with a courageous choices. You don't have to fully be healed to make it. What I can tell you in this moment, you just need to be present. Enough is enough. Get up for yourself. And then do it again and again and again. This is who you are. A woman crossed with strength and dignity. A woman who knows her voice, her worth, and authority. A woman who stands without fear, without the background noise, because she knows exactly who she is. That woman is you. She has always been there, and we are just getting started. She will always be there. Now, before we end our episode today, if this brought some awakening in you, maybe awareness within you, something real in you, I want to make sure that you have something which can keep you moving and remind you of the person you're supposed to be. A reclaim session is for a woman who is done sleepwalking and ready to rebuild with intention. It will meet you where you are in the journey. Find the link in the description. Thank you for being here. Thank you for every episode showing up for, and maybe choosing yourself enough to keep listening. I'll see you in the next episode, and I'd love to hear from you. If you've been following me from day one, I'm so delighted and happy. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye. Love you.